Hello everybody, Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas. I'm going to do a little video for you today I think you'll find real interesting. And it started off a YouTube comment that I just saw a minute ago. And a guy says, I think you ought to put a motion detector, up your chimney stack. I've been watching your videos. I think you're right that that's where they're getting in. And so I thought, I've done videos on this before, but it's been a while, and I have a lot of new friends, and so I want to explain this to everybody. Uh, First of all, people getting in the attic is not a what if, could be, oh maybe it's a bug, maybe it's a rodent type deal like that. It absolutely not. I saw a young Hispanic guy in my attic. I've seen 3 different times I've seen people in my house. It's 100% absolutely sure somebody's getting in the attic. I mean, they set off motion detectors hundreds of times. I probably got 100 videos of motion detectors, every kind of alarm system there is going off, including a Vivint alarm system. Put cameras, proved that they were hacking the cameras. That's proof in itself. Okay, so 100%, we're absolutely positive people are getting in the attic. Okay, who, I figure they're paid actually by these criminals behind the crimes. They're making money off the underground homes and all that, but probably a human trafficking ring. But either way, we won't worry about who, but we know somebody's getting in the attic. This is all about how are they getting up there. Okay, and so once I had figured out that somebody's getting in the attic, and I was sure about that, I sealed off the attic entrance doors. Okay, there's 2 different doors, and normally they don't lock. I mean, they're inside your home. You never lock them. There's not even locks on them. But I sealed them where you could lock them. Okay, I actually thought I trapped them in there when I did that one time, and I thought, oh, I got them trapped because I heard them up there, and I got them trapped up there in the attic, not knowing that there was an entrance that they wasn't coming in from the doors. I also had the roof inspected twice to make sure that they wasn't coming in from a trap door on the top side, climbing on top of the roof. Here's a hidden trap door, whatever. I had a Charles Terry Construction. They put my roof on that first time, and I had them come over, and Charles Terry actually got in my attic, and because this was before the murder attempt, before I was shot. And but even after that, it snowed multiple times where the roof was covered with snow, and if they were coming in and out of the roof, you'd see the snow tracks. So 100% sure when they're not coming in the roof, they're not coming in the doors, but they are up there. So how are they getting up there? The only other way is up a wall. Okay, I mean, that's all there is to it. I'm a logical guy. That's the only way. There's only a few places that can happen in a home. A normal wall is only about so wide, and there's not enough physical cross space for a person to come up. Actually, before the murder attempt, and I was hearing people in the attic, this person told me one time, said, I heard you were saying people coming up your walls. And I said, no, I didn't say that. I was insulted that, anybody even suggested that. I believe that you believe. And it was a little smart ass, hateful, comment. This was before the murder attempt. And then I know when Vivint called the police here, on one of the calls when the police were here, one of the policemen puts a comment on the police report. That was Bracken that did that. He was here with Chad Simpson. That's the guy that murdered his wife, killed himself, the secret police. But Bracken wrote on that sleep report, he believes people on the walls. And I look back now and I'm going, I bet he thought that was funny, because he knows that's what's happening. They are coming up the walls, and he's going, oh, ain't that funny? Oh, we put this, we're ruining this guy's, it's innocent, crippled crime victim's life, and oh, it's so funny, right? Yeah, that's funny. What it is, they are coming up a wall. That's exactly what's going on. Well, anyway, that started with this guy says, I think they're coming in the chimney stack. That's why I'm out here by the chimney. What I show you here, see how the chimney's real wide at the bottom and real narrow at the top? That leaves that space on each side, and there's physical room there. Okay, well, when you actually get up in there, I found this out because I went up in there. What it is on the chimney is actually just a pipe. It's a metal pipe that goes up the middle, has concrete around or whatever, and so that's really your chimney stack. So it's in more room than you even think. But the way this is built, it's all off one side. So all the spare space is on one side here. So you can see how much space is in there to get up there, to get in the attic. I'm not saying that's where it's at. That's a possibility, because there's only a few places in the house that it's even possible that a person can actually get up there in the attic. I mean, we know they're coming up a wall. So one thing, I've created a video called Find the Wall, Find the Tunnel, okay? Because they're coming under the home with the tunnel, probably from a neighbor's house or somewhere close by, and then they come and go all they want without being seen, okay? So, and then they steal heating and cooling from the HVAC system, free room and board for life, and all they got to do is murder a homeowner every once in a while and pay off the secret police to cover up the murders, you know, and that's what looks like is going on here. And I think very profitable if you're in the human trafficking business, and I think that's what they're doing, okay? And so I just wanted to show you this, and we're going to look at some things through the house here. Hold on. Before I'll go inside to show you here, something I want to show you. Notice the cracks here. The concrete's cracked there and cracked here. And I wondered if a tunnel wasn't coming in from right around here. And I'm going to show you here. You see this crack right here? Okay. See this crack right here? And we're going to follow the crack. The crack goes right up to the corner of right where I was talking about. Okay. Okay, what I'm looking here on my computer, I created a map of all my walls, and that's every wall in my house, okay? A wall map. And what I did was I took a drill and I went around and I drilled holes in the wall and I measured the wall depth, okay? And that's how you find it. You find the wall, you find the tunnel. I didn't complete the whole house. I got probably 75% and thought I better stop, because if I get too close, they're going to kill me, you know, because we know these are killers. They cut my phone lines and shot me by surprise. And that was the night we figured out that they're using secret police to help them with these murders, okay? And I believe they murdered the guy that lived here before me. But I just want to show you the wall map. And so all these many other homes that are people reporting people in the attic, they could do the same thing. Create this wall map and go drill them little holes. And I'm going to show you more. Okay, this is a closet where one of the attic entrance doors is at. I'm going to show you where I put it, where that's bolted shut out there. I mean, that's not normal. It used to be just a piece of sheetrock up there. And I wanted to make sure that they wasn't coming in the doors. So this is the one here in the hallway closet. I got bolted shut. Okay, I'm in my garage now, and this is the attic entrance door, has the staircase on it. And once again, you see how I rigged it up. There's a lock on it now. You know, where it's also bolted shut. So I was 100% sure somebody's getting my attic, and 100% sure they wasn't coming in the doors and they wasn't coming in from the roof. That means the only place they could come in is from a wall, and most walls there's not enough room. And that's the point I was making, okay? I'm going to show you here. I went around and I drilled holes, and these are found all through my house. I hate drilling holes in my house to do this, but you know, you drill a little bitty hole, use this piece of metal, and then I can measure that and go, and the person can't crawl through that, you know, because that's hitting the back side of the wall right there. And so the whole wall, and then I could go on my map and mark it off and go, I know they're not coming in that wall, okay? And so that's really what I was doing, because your standard wall's only about so thick here. And, you know, there ain't no way they're coming in a standard wall. I'll show you more. Here's another one. This is in my kitchen, my pantry right here. And same thing. I holes all through this house where I measured the depth of the wall to see how deep it was. I know they weren't coming up that wall. See how it's a process elimination. While we're in here, I'll show you my fireplace from the inside. And you can see, you know, like I said, all that spare space is on one side of that fireplace. And that is a very possible place. That's a place there is crawl space right there. So it's real possible that's how they're coming and going. But there is a couple other places on the corners or whatever that it's also possible too. Just to show you here in my bedroom, this is a wall right here. Okay, that's a standard wall. You know, there's not enough crawl space to crawl up these walls. A lot of walls, I could look at that wall and go, they ain't crawling up that wall. I'm back at my computer. I just wanted to show you here what the, you know, many videos I've got of burglar alarms going off. I mean, a lot of times they're going off. This one with Jordan was in my house, burglar alarm going off. You know, many burglar alarm process February 2nd, 2021, 10:23, you know. and we could just go on. A lot of them are dated. Burglar alarm 1/31/19. We go on back. Burglary in progress 12/20/17. Over and over and over. There's so many you can't even imagine. I did a video called 10,000 burglaries, and that's these burglars. There is absolutely no doubt somebody's getting this home. You know, I've heard them fart, cough, giggle, snore, drop their gun. You know, I don't know if it's their gun, drop something, fall down, make huge noises sometimes. I'm sure not on purpose, because, you know, when you're here as much, this has gone on for years and years and years, there's going to be occasion where you're going to fall down or whatever and make a huge noise, you know, whatever. And, you know, I even got a video of it catching them making noise here. It's not an evidence problem. It hasn't been an evidence problem. No, documented 50 other homeowners reporting people in the attic. And actually, that home over in Odessa I made that video on, that was real interesting. They took the attic entrance doors out of that home, and that's what she was telling me, and sure enough they were gone. And I was looking at that fireplace and I'm thinking, that's how they're getting in. You know, they're getting in that chimney stack of that home over in Odessa. And then I come outside and there was a guy up on a ladder working on the chimney at another, it was duplexes over there in that neighborhood. And I was like, yeah. And so anyways, I thought I'd show you that. Okay, and then the big question is, well, why don't you stop them? Why don't you seal it off? Why don't you try to close it? Why don't you try to find it? Well, you know, all them questions over and over and over again. And here's the reason right here. A secret police murder gang. This group of police were caught in my home covering up the capital murder attempt of my life. And, you know, I just did a Facebook post on this just recently. They cut my phone lines. Let that sink in. That's what Charles Manson did and his gang when they went to Sharon Tate's house and murdered 5 people. They cut her phone lines. That's what happened at my house. That's why I crawled out, because they cut my phone lines. And then I find out police were under my home. It was somebody under my home that shot me. That's why I don't go after these criminals until we can, you know, find some legitimate law enforcement. The kind that don't sneak under homes. The kind that don't lie on police reports. The kind that don't tamper with evidence in capital crimes, you know. And, you know, that's what we're looking for, is the good police to take care of this crime, you know. And remember, it's not one burglary, one home. It's many homes. It's homes all across the nation. I documented 50 other homeowners reporting people in the attic, and that's the tip of the iceberg. A dozen addresses in Midland, another dozen in Odessa. So there's your reason right there. That's why I have waited. I put this evidence out there, and I've waited on law enforcement. And then the other side of the people says, why don't you dig? You know, look at this. I don't have to dig. All I got to do is find the wall, and that's real easy, right? Except I'm looking at people with guns and badges there. That's how come, you know, that's where our problem is the police corruption that is supporting these felonies and these crimes and these murders. Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas.